Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. The Wretched Wekkarus are actually just progressing like snails at this time. Because we have to do so much colonization work. Oh god, there are so many more coming. And I want more actually. Wait, what the hell? Why is this only 18 now? Oh, it's Terra. That's fine. I'm gonna eat that for Terra. That's cool. And we can just up that with just terraforming. That's fine. But yeah, we have so much to do with that. So much clicky stuff, which I hate. Hey, double colony. Yay. Let's do this one first. I mean, at least that is a deep ocean one. And I don't like that the Gizorians get brought here. This time I'm gonna leave you. Because we will need some planets to dump them on. For the real good planets that we want to have Teekans. On here. No money to do anything else. Perfect. Scrapping this is good though. That gives us more money. Oh yeah, I wanted... I didn't get the chance, but I wanted to check for facilities like terraforming and see which one has a border, because this means this one is useless. Yep, maximum reached. So you can just be destroyed. You can be destroyed. And that saves us 7.5k credits a year. At the least. I think it's a year. I think those are a year. So that's a huge amount of money that we're saving already. Look at all of these. Oof. And they're only going to 3%. It's so much nicer in XL with more. Going to up to 12 or 15% in the first go. So good. Next one is 25%. You get so much better quality in XL. I think even XL could be my go-to for the game. You definitely could get there. Anything else? Yeah, I would love to give you... Oh yeah, I do need to give you terraforming. So let's see if we can make that happen. Terraforming costs a lot, but... That's it. Boom. Good. Get some fighters too. Okay, otherwise, State of the Galaxy... We gotten rid of the Arconish lately. Which is kinda nice. I don't remember you being a planet that... What the frick? Why does the game do this automatically? Liquid energy storage. Ooh. Okay, thank you. Why does the game does this automatically? Or do this automatically? Automatic outposts, because this should not be an outpost. Well, this should not be a thing at all, not with Katarov. I'm not sure why you're not putting... Let's see. Boskarans, plus 13. Katarov, minus 32. Why would you put Katarov on here? What is this? There's literally no reason to have these on here when I have access to Boskarans. Or Shandar. I think Shandar even better. No, but they would be a better alternative, at the very least. Why? This is also for a while now. I already fixed this. Apparently. The humans are gone, but the Katarov are still here. We don't get Boskarans on here. I don't know why. That should be easier now, though. Oh, yeah. This is a long... Okay, this wasn't done by the game. This wasn't part of the war or something. Also, I did not get many of the worlds. That's kind of sad. But we got the Boskaran ones. No, this is an older one. And for some reason, why is this... Oh god, why didn't I not do this? I thought I did. Huh, maybe I forgot about this one. But yeah, this is an older one where we wanted Boskarans, but we couldn't get this colony here. So we need to have this as a seed word now. You have all the defenses in the freaking world, that's fine. And all the buildings that you need. And you also... Yes, you have the terraforming, good. So, with this seed world, we hopefully can get this now replaced. Yeah, this one we did. Good. Good, good, good. Don't know why you're in that category. That needs to happen. And since you have damages, it would be even better to have a terraforming facility there. Oh god. Whenever I hear that, I get PTSD. Those sounds. Because it just means I have to do a lot of stupid colony management again. But this should help, hopefully, get rid of these doggos. And I have set them as F off. Go away. Go away, doggos. I mean, there were humans and mortals on there as well for some reason, which we now gotten rid of at least. And we also have improved... I think that already happened. We also have improved the passenger transport, so it's 3 million per now. We can even do that to 4 million. With luxury passenger transport, but that also means... It's also weird, you know? More luxury means more room and stuff, and you can take more with you. That is, you know, counterintuitive, and actually a trade-off. But sure. But, where is... Not the long range. We should have... We already have the large passenger ship, so that's probably it, huh? It's kind of sad, because these are just large colony and large exploration. Large colony is also not great. Planetary fortress. One in galaxy. It's probably already built. Indestructible compounds. Those look so much better, my god. Much more fancy. There's fleet targeting, which is kind of nice. Get that much earlier in XL. Much earlier. XL has a weird pacing, though, in terms of their research. Very weird. I'm interested in showing that off once we get there. We could go up the governance route, get the wonder, the governance wonder, the empire wonder that reduces corruption in a radius, and if we put that in the core, it just covers the whole galaxy, which is kind of fun. Holographic entertainment we can just eke out really quickly. The cure also doesn't take long anymore. This doesn't take that long. Commerce, that's where I want to be. Let's quickly do some commerce and some docking. To just improve our economy, which we should. Should have done long ago, I guess. Oh yeah, new colony founded, guys. Isn't that fun? Oh, look at the fun I'm having. I love this game, guys. I really, really love this game. It is so fun. It is my go-to, on at least on par with Stellaris. But this is the one mechanic that just makes me go through the roof. And I'm sure it is annoying. I'm sorry. That's fine. These Boskarans can do whatever they like. We have some hives. We also have this going, which I've totally forgotten because, you know, I am shit at this game. Can we just... Oh, we could capture you. And now, the Quameno will be really fucking pissed with me, but... Do I care? I don't think so. Because now I can say, get me that planet destroyer. Which apparently already has been assigned. And we can now defend this with this. It's fine. Sorry for that being so loud. I can't do anything. This is all... All my sounds are really, really, really low right now. Apart from the music. Which I could turn down a little bit, I guess. Some of the music is just... It's not really good, well normalized. Some of the music is still quite loud. Let's do that. That's maybe a bit better. But look at that. General effects volume. That is what weapons are. 3%. Or at whatever 3 volume means. I guess it's percent. Still that loud. I think that's a common mistake that is done in game development. That causes that. And Quill18 showed that quite well in his programming tutorials, which was kind of nice to see. Since I'm not a developer for games, I have nothing to do with sound in that matter. But you can make the mistake not to limit. But terrible hamster. Wow. You can make that mistake not to limit the instances of one sound being played. You know, if you give it a cooldown or something, or limit it by number, let's say you can't have this sound played more than 10 times at the same moment, it can accumulate into what we see here. And I think that's what's happening. We have a certain sound, like the sound of my guns, played 50 times at the same moment. Or maybe slightly apart, you know, a millisecond apart, instead of, you know, giving that a second cooldown or something, or maybe whatever the weapon reload is cooldown. And that's why it is so loud, because it is maybe really, really low volume, but that low volume is played 50 times and just accumulates in terms of decibel. And that's why it's still so loud, is my assumption, is my why I think this happens, you know, my explanation for that. I'm not sure, of course, but, you know, the developers could probably fix that quite easily. Maybe not the way Quill fixed that in his thing, because maybe the game works a little bit different here, I don't know. In his game. He was actually also, as one of the things, making a RimWorld clone, which was kind of fun to see how that works. Again, since I'm not a game developer. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. Now, what else is our goal here? Our next goal is, since I'm finally a second without colony stuff, I think our next goal is going against the person right next to us. In terms of strength and economy. Because if we can take this economy into our empire, like 5 billion, 5 billion would be amazing. 5 million credits in GDP into our empire. Not only would we be closer to the victory goal, I still want to fight the Shakturi, so whenever they show up, we will do that. But not only would we be closer to our victory, we would actually dominate the whole galaxy so hard in terms of money. I think we wouldn't have any money troubles at all, and could throw all of that into the Shakturi. And then I don't care what the others do. And I don't care if they like me. If I have enough money and population and stuff, you know, and territory owned, I don't think the Shakturi will be able to do that much. And maybe it was bad to have them at very late. I'm not sure what very late means in terms of time, but we're already... This is 100 years from the start, so 2754. Very arbitrary number for a year to start in. We didn't start in at the 1st of January. We actually started in February, I think. So 2754, and we have now 2911. So it's over 150 years. It's like 157 years we're in the game. So we could have actually won already, and the Shakturi haven't shown up yet. Last time they were way too early. We were like tier 3 or some bullshit. We were like... I don't think we even had... We did have destroyers. But look at that. We were here-ish. Tier 3 or tier 4. And we didn't have a good base. We still don't have the greatest base of all times. Yeah, we should go with efficient maneuvering as well and stuff, huh? Or better advanced maneuvering? Yeah, let's do that real quick. Just upgrade this without having to upgrade. That's kind of nice. And see what else is there, because I don't have the whole tree memorized. But they were definitely way too early, and now they're not. I think now we're in a good spot to actually fight them. But actually the game should have ended already, which is the weird part. So it's kind of weird. I would like to know, if anyone has any reference material to that, what very late, late, and normal means in terms of the year. It's probably a mean time to happen as well. But I still would like to know. So I can plan accordingly. Although, you can't plan that all the time because you don't know how the run will go. But have a better, you know, estimate there. Yeah, none of that is important. We'll get that research center built. And that's gonna be fine. Boop, there it is. Oh god, there's so much lag going on. Can you see that? The CPU lag. Advanced maneuvering is done. Nice, nice. I'm also very disappointed that we haven't found the Shakturi hyperspace engine at Greer, because normally that should be at Greer. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, but that is what I remember. Ooh. Oh yes. 14, no, 20%. Ooh, 20% is huge. Teekans could live here. Teekans and Jizurians again. God damn it. Yeah, it's the spice. Spice is always, you know, it's always Arrakis. But this has already been exploited. Kinda sad. Although, can you exploit that with a mining station? I don't think you can. Can you? Why would you have outposts then? I mean, that's a general question. Why would you ever have outposts? Because they're basically meaningless to me. I hate them. I don't want them. I don't want them to exist. They would probably be better if they were more like in Star Trek, you know. Like the disguised... The monastery that was used as a monitoring outpost against the Andorians and one of the newer Enterprise things. Okay, I'm just watching these messages right now. There's nothing else I can do. It's just so much coming in. Ooh, colony income. I'm interested. Yeah, this one has to be an outpost. You can't even colonize this. If you hate them, that means that they are not meaningless to you? Ha 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 ha. You think? If I don't find a use for them, I can still hate them. And if they have no use for me, for them, then they're meaningless. To me. This is a problem, because this would be very expensive. Wait, this is not the right... Huh? Wasn't this Antabia fluid for a second? Okay. Oh, no. This was... Oh, colony income. Yeah, that's why I would want that. And that's basically why you want... Okay, yeah, that's why you wanted those. Yeah, okay. I'm an idiot. It's just... Another lost colony found of Wekkarus. We should instantly get... Oh, that was dumb. We should instantly have that with us. Let's do this. I want this... I want to keep an eye on this when I can get this. If I can get this as a colon... as a things. As an outpost. Ooh, that is far away in the human territory. Now, yeah, that is what you want. You want these empire bonuses with these shitty outposts. I already forgot about that. That's how disgusting they are. That's weird. Maybe that facility was already scrapped. Medium exploration. We're still exploring. Where's that colony? New spy appears. New scientist appears. I don't even see these anymore. Hive swarm sighted. Lost colony found. That's what I want. And it's a continental moon with 100 million max population. Good choice, game. Yeah, this is definitely a human colony because it's continental. Where the Wekkarus will just F off. It should have never been a Wekkarus colony because this is... Look at this. You can never make money here because it's just so bad. I thought they fixed that too. I think I read somewhere that they fixed this. that the random colonies, the independents, shouldn't have bad suitability anymore. They shouldn't be on planets with bad suitability, and also that lost colonies have the same. But maybe it was just the independents, which is very annoying if that is the case, because this is BS. And not just a little BS, this is hardcore BS. Because this colony, if I wouldn't have looked at this, would have been a permanent drain for a whole empire. Outpost filled by hate. Yes. That's what I want. I want a hate outpost. Prisoner colony, prisoner outpost, you know, would be kind of nice. Having just a prison complex there that increases my happiness everywhere, or reduces corruption by a tiny bit. Like having an outpost that reduces my corruption through the whole empire by 0.5 or something. I'd go for that, maybe. Maybe that's a little too little. Maybe 1%. And you can't have more than 5 of those or something. But that would be useful. Just reducing corruption just by ferrying them onto an asteroid outpost, and they can just die there if they want. Okay. It's Wekkarus, but we will have humans here, so maybe we want some armor from them and some spec ops. Humans are okay-ish. They're not great at fighting. Also, where are you? Oh god. Shields, please. Torpedoes. Fighters. Big ion cannons. Beam defenses. Planetary... Yes. Planetary cannon batteries. Cloning. Everything. Even get robots. I don't care. This is in the midst of the Boscaran Empire. Are you insane? I also don't know where the Actarian homeworld was, and if I got that one. I know Actar was here somewhere. I think it was up here. Is it probably here? No, it's not Actar, it's Ag-Actor. This is the homeworld. I think this was the homeworld of the Harkonish. So yeah, if I can, I get this one. I think that was Ag-Actor. Now that I'm reading this. Cosmos. Isn't Cosmos the homeworld for the Xenox? I think that was that one. Which means someone else found it first, because otherwise, yeah. Oh, the Quameno did. There should be a way to see all the artifacts in the galaxy and where they are. In my opinion. I'm betting they have this. But we have the inertialess thruster, so I don't even need to go for the inertia thing. I will still do that, it's fine. But we have the inertialess thruster. Where is that thing? There, super maneuvering. That thing is huge. It's also very big. It's size 10. 65 years still, so we're not near the end game at all. After 150 years of gameplay. Slow research, baby. That's how it goes. But yeah, inertialess thruster is amazing. It's not anything to write home about in terms of what you found. There's so much better stuff you can find. Inertialess thruster is kinda, so what? But as what it is, you know, as the thing it is, it's a really good one. It's the best one in the game. The super maneuvering. This is basically Homeworld Cataclysm, the Beast. That is what it used. That's why it has flown a not Newtonian way. Well, actually, nothing in there flew in Newtonian ways, but you know what I mean. Not without any inertia. That's why it's inertialess. No rehabilitation programs with your prisms. We don't even have prisons. I think. I mean, I can't build any, so I assume we don't have any. Ship defense systems, superior logistics, that's really good. Adding more maintenance savings in there. Let's go with more of this. Chimeras, better recovery rate. Ooh, I like the planetary defense units though. They are really cool. And this is something that Stellaris really lacks. I mean, it doesn't work in Stellaris anyway. It's not how the game is made, but this is such a fun mechanic. That you have this intercept strength with single layer planetary defenses in here. You get +1 intercept strength level, and that doesn't only. These are not only defense units, you know, like normal defensive, you know, ground units. These here are literal planetary bombardment deniers and planetary assault deniers. This is so cool. They shoot down assault capsules and stuff. It's so cool. Such a cool mechanic. Oh yeah, and here Shipboard Marines gives you an extra module, but in XL it changes the crew modules. It gives you a specialized crew module that is militarized, that gives you, you know, boarding strength and stuff. Not as much as this one, but this also gives you maintenance savings. That's kind of huge, weirdly, but only gives you assault defense. It doesn't give you crew. And the other one is an actual crew compartment that gives you boarding and assault, and boarding defense strength by 5%, but doesn't give you maintenance savings. It gives you damage reduction, which is kind of nice. Fusion balance. Now we want quantum mastery. Let's put that in. Oh, that was the energy storage. Yeah, the hydrocore capacitor. Doesn't really strike me as anything I care about much. We don't even have the quantum energy storage. These are cool because they give you a lot of shield resistance. And this here, yeah, gives you half of that. It gives you a little bit more strength than this. Yay. As if 25 or 80 would make that much of a difference. I mean, 80 is kind of okay. If you think about that, my shields right now only give me like 480. So that's definitely better than the 25, but you have this not for the shield strength. You have this for the shield resistance. Not in the recharge rate. I mean, this... yeah, much better recharge rate, but still not good. I mean, we have 3.3 per second. The Quameno shields are kind of bad, in my opinion. They're a mix of these two. They have the recharge rate, not even from this one in XL, actually. 0.66 only. But they have the capacity from these. So they're basically these two together. So their recharge rate is kind of eh. They're not as good as Xenox shields, in my opinion. Xenox shields are so good. Not because they have a lot of shield power, but because they have the recharge rate of the gods. If you have 3 of their shields in there, it's basically impenetrable. You need to go 5-1 to actually take a Xenox ship down of the same class. So ridiculous. Maybe you put all the criminals as naval grunts in your spaceships? I mean, I would. But that they don't fight well, so probably not the best idea. Advanced shields would be kind of nice. Yeah, that recharge rate. Look at that. The recharge rate here is the same. The only reason you would go for this one over this one, even the energy usage is the same. But the only reason you would go for this one is if you don't want to upgrade. You know, if you just want to have an in-system upgrade. If you just want to tune the system, which is this arrow. If you just want to tune the system and don't want all your ships to go back into dock and upgrade. But this one is so much better. And it has no penetration chance anymore. We're still having penetration chances. We need to get rid of that for the Shakturi. And I need this first. And then we can have this. And I'm gonna do that. Gonna have that in there. But yeah, this is the Xenox homeworld. And we haven't gotten anything. The inertial thrusters. I think the inertia thing is from Ektar, not from this one. And did we look at this? Oh, that's the wrong one. This is not Cosma or whatever it was called. Here, IG 125. Cosmos. Yeah, we have looked at this, so we gotten all the artifacts that were there, if there were any still. Why us? The question remains, why were the Shakturi so interested in the Wekkarus? Yeah, that's actually an interesting one, and I'm happy that the story finally progresses. Why was the Xenox homeworld undiscovered? It wasn't. It was already discovered. We already scanned it even. It's just not colonized anymore. And someone else was there before us. Probably the Quamenos, because they have a mining station there. Even though that's far from that. No, it's actually not that far from that territory. So I guess the Quamenos were there and got the artifacts. We just don't know what the artifacts were, unfortunately. Why were they so interested in the Wekkarus? We believe we have found the answer. Once our people had an even stronger psychic link than we currently possess. Our innate psychic ability allowed us to do more. Like exerting force with your mind, maybe? The records do not clearly state the scope of these abilities, but we know the Shakturi once regarded us as their primary rivals. We alone... Shouldn't it be we alone, comma, and not we, comma, alone, comma? Weird. Had the strength to stop them, and so they believed they could secure their hegemony only by destroying us. Okay. We are not our true selves. To that end, they attacked us mercilessly in our home galaxy. They waged conventional war, of course, but they also targeted us with bioengineered viruses, like they targeted everyone, meant to attack our psychic link. We have been weakened and diminished. We are but a shadow of what we once were because of the Shakturi. Even so, this was not enough for them. And when we fled our home galaxy, granting them dominion over all they had conquered, it was not enough. They followed us, believing that someday we might regain our strength and return to take our revenge. Is such a thing possible? We do not know. It may be that the future they feared will be the very future their actions have made inevitable. Only the ancestors can speak to the fate of generations not yet born. Oh, we found another one. That is a second artifact. We found that this world houses one of the lost artifacts. Kande. Okay, maybe that is always the name of it. I don't know. I know that the homeworlds are always the same. Kartikeya, Cosmos, Argactor for the Harkonish, Terra, of course. But maybe these are two. I don't know. Maybe this is random. It probably is random. There's a cloning facility in here. Chimera cloning even. Nice. This is a good deep ocean planet. I'll take it. Thank you. We found that this world houses one of the lost artifacts. We have recovered the airship of the ancestors. This ancient ceramic figurine, shaped like a primitive Wekkarus airship, inscribed with the names of ancient aeronaut champions. Their specific stories have long been forgotten, but their connection to our people live on. It required only that one of us touch this figurine, and at once a deeper connection was felt throughout this entire generation. Interesting. They're all connected. It's kind of wild, you know. It's kind of fascinating to me that every Wekkarus is connected to all the others in some way. Maybe a very, you know, very small bond, you know, very faint bond, but that everyone felt when they touched this artifact from a long forgotten time is kind of wild. Also very pseudoscience nonsense, but you know that gets spewed in our reality. But their specific stories of blah 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 fell through this entire generation. When we travel through the void of space, we can now sense the paths traveled by those who came before us. We can reach out to them, and they to us. In battle, we will draw this strength. We will draw strength from our ancestors and fight with the hope that our descendants continue the great chain of generations. I mean, we could do that long ago. But we know that these artifacts bolster our abilities and also give us extra psi ability, extra psi defense. This, yeah, that is very far away. This is where we started from. This is where that is, so. I think you're meant to get this a little earlier. Additionally, this world contains a Chimera cloning facility which should help protect and nurture any colony we develop here. We have also found the Devastator Compendium, a data crystal containing research regarding the Devastator Pulse. Huh? Huh? Is that our ultimate form of our special weapon? This is an area attack weapon. Okay, no. That will help this generation not to suffer the same fate as those who came before us. Well, if I would ever use area attack weapons, because they are kinda bad. The Devastator Compendium. We can now research this. A super area blast. I don't like area weapons because these guys are too dumb to use them. They will always kill themselves with this. So we have super maneuvering, and now we should have this super area blast right here. 59 years, Devastator Pulse, 80 size, very big. It's a seeking, at least. But it's basically Tekken weapons. Tekken use area blast, and they kill themselves with it. A lot of bombardment, really good against population. Countermeasure boost, targeting boost. The accuracy is quite good. Really good range. But unfortunately, you know what I want with these weapons? Minimum range. So they don't use that against themselves. But look at that blast range. 400 blast range. That's basically bigger than the defense range of the shield PD. The protection shield, the blocking shield, whatever it's called. That range is bigger than that can defend against. So that's pretty cool. Damage fall-off ratio. It is quite slow. Should still be faster than our ships, I think. I mean, we could use that at some point, but it's really good against fighters. Look at that. If that explodes on a fighter, yeah, that fighter's toast. Intercept range is quite nice also. It needs 15 seconds to fire and 18 seconds to fire as an intercept weapon. But it could basically just eradicate a whole fighter swarm. Because of the 400 range. Because fighters are usually quite close to each other. That could just eradicate like 20 fighters at the same time. With one shot, which is kind of huge. So these weapons are amazing. Look at that damage. 450 damage. That goes through anything. It doesn't have penetration. So there's no shield penetration or anything. Or armor penetration. You get that full blast. But you get that full blast on the whole fleet. Maybe the key with these weapons is not having that on many ships. Just on one, basically. And therefore controlling this a bit better. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of these, though. Generally, the X weapons are not that great. Because they're way, way, way too big. To use them en masse. Oh yeah, a new colony has been founded. Woohoo! We have almost 100 colonies. And I can't care for any of them. This also sucks. Why would you bring Gizurian and humans? That makes no sense on a planet where we actually want Mortallans. Oh god. Yep, they fixed the shitty behavior of the of this nonsense of the colonization. 100%, totally. You know, that was like 6 patches ago or something, or even more, that they supposedly fixed this. It still happens. Sorry to say. Could you fix, please? Yeah, spaceports. Oh, this is a cutting. Oh, it's Mars. Why would you put Gizurians on Mars and not Mortallan? Who are much better here. That irks me. Saturn. Noont? Yeah, that's the solar system. By the way, the mod I spoke about that gives oh yeah, we're killing Vortica, that's nice. That gives us a story campaign for humans. At least so far. Maybe they make more, I don't know. Actually has a real solar system in here. And also that is a kind of weird Earth. Apparently, creationists got some fodder here because there seemed to be a global deluge that have happened. Maybe that was because of the... it's not a continental planet. This is an ocean planet. It's just... Call it what it is. Maybe the Shakturi war caused that to happen. Wait, we have a colony ship coming, right? No. Ah, yes. The Fading Tramp. What a perfect name for a colony ship, hopefully full of humans, because otherwise I'm gonna be extremely annoyed. Yeah, we got 7% extra psychic resistance. We had 50% at the beginning, and now we have 64% because we have 2 of these artifacts. Targeting and countermeasures is okay. It's not a great bonus, but I'll take it. And this gives extra weapon research as well. Cool. Devastator Compendium. What was I looking at? New colonies. Colony ships. Game, I hate you. I hate you so much. Why? This is literally a planet for humans, and you're putting Gizoreans on this? No. No, I'm saying retire. I don't care. I'm paying another 50k. I don't give a shit. That is bull. That's absolute bull. They're loading Hakonish. Talos 6 is being colonized. Now, can I find Ekta here somewhere? We don't have a search function, right? Or do we? My admiral was killed. Okay, that's kind of sad. And now we have that bug again. What was... How did you do this with the bug? Oh. There it is. Jumping to another fleet. Is this again the Quameno? This looks very Quameno right there. I can't click it though. Can't click this. This is a Quameno ship. These cheeky bastards, look at that. They clipped into it, so I can't click it. This is not my ship going for this. This is not my ship. I think we're over the usefulness of these ships in terms of research, so I'm just gonna take them and keep them in my fleets. It's basically free ships now. But how can I click this? It's... Okay, it seems it doesn't recognize that that is a ship there. But this is literally a ship there. Can I go into this? Can I clip... Look at this. Look at these cheeky little bastards. Look at these cheeky... that is a ship. You cheeky bums. I can see that that is a Quameno ship. Look at that. Quameno. That's basically how the fighters look, by the way. That's just one of these bubbles with some white around. And that's the fighter. How can I click this, you cheeky little bastards? It is acting like there is no ship there, but there is. The Tarnished Rebel. It has no mission. I'm not sure where that even is. Yeah, my ship was in there as well. So apparently we had a ship in there too. But this ship is the one I need to murder. Okay, we're apparently raiding people. That's nice. How do I get this one out of there? These cheeky little bumholes. Look at that. I can't click it. Maybe. There's the prime moon. The lost prophet, see? That one. That's the one that needs to die. Because that one is building this, still. Attack the prime moon. Kill it. That is a cruiser. That's scary. Oh, it's not the prime moon I wanted. I wanted the other one. Hello? Okay. New stupid colonies, I don't care. I need to kill this. At least the Wekkarus colony, that's fine. More deep ocean planets means more victory points. How can we get this stupid ship out of there? Freaking damn it. That should be fine for now. How do we get that out of there? 8 exploration ships. Are you crazy? Are we losing them? We're at 172. We're at 180 in a second. What the hell? Why do we have so many? Oh, oh, oh. Lost profit. There it is. Capture it. Ha! Gotcha, you little bastard. The Dusty Peril. Is that one of... No, no. Is that one of mine? Yes, the Dusty Peril is one of mine. Now I just need to stay here and keep this under control. And yes, I know they will hate me for this, but I don't care. I don't want to let them have this. Oh, we got the Fearsome Moon Outlaws into our empire. Cool. And the Vicious Dagger Outlaws. Probably because we helped kill some hives. We integrated some people. Some pirates. Evil Security. Okay. And the Xenox Fleet. Oh, wow. Everyone is now integrated. What? Why so many? I mean, I bet we just had the Hive Fleet defeated. And we did promise someone. One is the keyword here. We promised one of these pirates, as far as I know, that we would help them against the Hive, but integrating all of them? I mean, that's good. That helps us because we're not friends with enemies anymore. By the way, 50 escorts just killed a cruiser. Or rather made it flee at the very least. I think we even took it over, but... Did we? We should be able to see that here. Ships not in a fleet. Ooh. Got one of their destroyers from the Daiyut. A lot of pirates, a lot of Daiyut ships, look at that. Thinking about Terrible Hamster asking, are we actually conquering ships? I think it was you. Maybe it was someone else, but yeah. And we even got the Bitter Hornet. Ha ha ha! You bastards. Yeah, we took over a lot of ships. A lot of our ships are... It's actually 300 are definitely... Well, not all of the 300 will be ours. Yeah, but I don't think we got the Quameno one. I would have liked to, you know, take that apart because the Quameno must be further in research. They will have us... They will have our bums in research, for sure. Look at all these zero fleets. That is so... It annoys me, and I don't know how to get rid of them. There must be a trick, I think. That's good. That's good. What I wanted to look at is manual, though, because we got... Yeah, that defense force was, unfortunately... tricked by us into doing nothing. I'm waiting for that ship now. I'm sorry for the lighting effects. That's just what the game does. There's a nice browser add-on that gives you the ability to press a button and then there is a transparent, darker picture, you know, laid over your video, and then that you're just watching, and then you don't get flashbang like this, which is kind of nice. Why is there not a Windows feature? Because Windows would like to spy on you a little bit more instead of helping you doing anything. Oh, this is even my mining station. I was curious if that would actually be mine. Yeah, that makes sense. We're almost through our research, I think. We have some money, though. We're losing a lot of money for some reason. I don't know why that would be the case. Especially with all of this, and we're still losing money, is kinda, scary. Is this still full? That can't be full. It's 15. Yes, it is full. Oh, we're working on advanced research, but how do we did this then? How do we did this? How do we do this? Yes, give me military refueling. It's good that we have way less pirates now. Because now these people should be happier. Well, Cromeno won't be, yeah, because of... oops. No war and we're still attacking their ships? Oops. Here. That's a big gift. Please accept this gift. That's a big gift. Don't know why that was that big. Because I peeved them a little bit? Come on. It's like we're attacking their shit all the time. And I don't know why. Do we have something blockaded still? That made them pissy? Apparently our military ships are in here and are killing every one of their ships. Which makes no sense. Here, defense fleets and stuff. Apparently we're at war and I don't know it. I don't know why. There shouldn't be any attack missions against them. Look at that, there are no attack missions against them. Weird. How about we go against some of the Tekken targets, though? That's kind of nice. Just give a reason for a war that's coming. And that I want to get into very quickly. Actually, I wanted to get into this for the last 3 parts, but we had a little bit other stuff to do. And now my money is going to go to hell. Probably because of these colonies. Once these are a little bit further ahead and along, that will probably be better. Colony happiness 3%. No, 3%. I mean, is that worth anything? It's not worth an outpost to me. No. It's the second one that actually had 3%, but... Oh god, all these messages. We're actually already fighting the Atuk and the... and apparently the Xenox for some reason, which I don't want. Yes, scrap this. I didn't even need to click this. They would do this automatically. That's a lot. There are hive swarms. See, I would actually like to send them after hive swarms. Oh, look at this. Could you please take this over? 30... Third fleet, actually. Wow, okay. I thought 37th fleet, which is kind of weird. That's why I was confused for a second. Could you please capture this? Or you're already trying to capture this? Automatically, as you should. Nope. Destroyed. We have some ghost ships with us, which is kind of nice. And we have the big battleships with us. So we are killing the hive, and that's why the pirates are just bending the knee. Well, not even bending the knee. They say, we're you now. We want to be with you. You're the good boy. I mean, of course we're the good guys. Everyone has already forgotten the billions that we slaughtered in all our wars. Billions. Whew. Bad stuff. We're getting better research soon. That's nice. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, no, no. This one is more important, so let's do this first. Agdarian boys and girls. Let's go. I also think the XL mod has some of the submods that I'm using already integrated because it changed the troop symbols. And I don't like that. As I said, I find it... Since we are playing as basically the kind of commander-in-chief, very American, ugh, but still, I find the company symbol much more fitting than a symbol for a foot soldier. And also much more, well, it's about the same distinction. Because you can't really see if this is a normal recruit or it's just a normal defender brigade or if it's a clone. And this, it's really hard to see those things with the other symbols as well, but I still like these. I don't know why, it just seems so fitting to me. And I bet many people will disagree with that, but, you know, that's what I think. Let's go with some clone troops. Yeah, you guys. The other stuff, you know, the galaxy map symbols for fleets and for construction ships and stuff, yeah, that's fine. I do agree those could look different and would be better because of it. There you go. It's basically all I care about, right? Well, maybe give him some... Oh, you have the cloning facility. This is Kande. This is the planet that where we found our second artifact on. That's kind of nice. Okay. Where is my ship? Where's the Dusty Peril? Why do you take so long? You're very slow. You should have a torrent drive, though. Yeah, okay, it's almost there. And I don't think they will attack me, so... Once we have that, we have it. We will build the rest of it. But look at that. It's already building. We were 150 years in the game, and it was already building. And it's still not finished. It probably was building for about 100 years, being reconstructed. And you can't have more than one constructor working on it, for whatever reason. And it was just... It's still not finished. That's how big this stupid planet destroyer is. You do have a torrent drive, right? Vortex engine, that's good. It's already very special. Special boy. You have the wrong hyperdrive. Frick. To fix that, I would need to go and manually design all of these ships, which I won't. Stupid. That should never happen. The Kaldos drive should always be in priority. Let's see what we have here if we go to drives. I mean, look at that. They are using this one and not this one. Even though the former is a whole tier before this one. That is also what I hated with the Xenox. Because the Xenox have these special super sensors. Yeah, like these basic sensors. You might have, at the beginning, these basic sensors with the Xenox because you get them for free. And then you get this sensor. Maybe even you have that for free. Yeah, here, the crystal sensor. And you might research this one and then you're happy because this is the best sensor in the freaking game and you never want to change this. And then suddenly, you research this one and the game only uses this one, you know, forever. Even though the Xenox sensor is the best sensor in the game. Best trace scan range, best jump tracking, gives you the same bonus otherwise, you know, it's just the same scan power, or actually better scan power even. It's just, there's no reason why the game would let you use anything ever but this one, if you have it. It's so weird. Oh, also we're missing some We're definitely missing a better sensors. That's kind of cool. Deep space array. We could have... Yeah, actually, this would be kind of nice if we could afford it. Planetary resource secrets, planetary quality secrets. This... I will prioritize these right now. And then maybe this too. We'll see. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. What? For all empires? Why for all empires? Isn't this what you get when the Shakturi show up? Oh, and yeah, last time we got this because the Shakturi have shown up, and we get this now for the advanced? Interesting. Our research breakthrough in advanced research has led to a curious discovery. We found technology that has enabled research in paranormal studies, genetic mapping, xenobiological studies, psychic energy manipulation, psychic disruption, mind shields, area mind shields, psychic feedback devices, psychic resistance training. Was that all available with the Shakturi last time? My goodness. Psychic influence detections, influence reversal, disruption mastery, defense fields. Well, all psychic. Advanced psychic defense shields, effective psychic suppression, paranormal studies, psychic energy detection, genetic engineering, interstellar biology studies, Rift Strider studies, advanced Rift Strider studies, Rift Strider mastery, Gravilex studies, Ardilo studies, planetary species enhanced. Oh my god, is that a lot? Enhanced troops, environment resistant troops, self-sufficient troops, super soldiers, of course. Enhanced crew, radiation-resistant crew, self-sufficient crew, natural spacers, enhanced leaders, heroic leaders, legendary leaders, epic leaders, enhanced population, advanced population, legendary population, optimal population. Of course, after legendary, it's gonna be optimal. Genetic mapping, investigations, biowarfare, plague curing, plague creation. I heard biowarfare. Oh, interesting. Plague creation, Hecatus fever deployment, Dekara virus deployment. Yeah, they will all be already immune against that, I think. Shakturi psionic virus. Oh my god, all this crap. Look at this. That's a lot of research that we might be able to do. I said I want to go more into... yeah, definitely deep space scanners, and then we'll go into the other two, but I'm still full in my queue. Now, where is that nonsense? Down here? Biowarf. Oh my god, look at all this new research tree. Look at this new research tree, and we need genetic rewiring for this. Yeah, which we already had, but we got some extra bonus research in that, which is kind of cool. Genetic mapping, xenobiological studies, biowarfare. By the way, we're already at the moment where the game could have ended, you know? We're 150 years in the game. And now we get all of this nonsense. Freaky. Absolutely freaky. Plague curing, Shakturi psionic virus, enhanced psionic virus, ultimate virus. So we can cure all of that. Epic leaders, which you can apparently redo multiple times. I hope these work now. I think they do. Better pop growth for optimal population. Colony happiness goes up. Until you have everything at 70% taxes, I guess. Ground attack strength. Super soldiers. Rift Strider mastery. Yeah, these guys. Oh, that's what the Shakturi bring with them, right? And they can control the Gravilex and the Ardilus. Genetic rewiring is definitely what we want. Okay, that's a lot of shit. And the whole deployment nonsense. Yeah, the genetic scrambling syndrome is ridiculously disgusting. More plague curing difficulty. Colony happiness goes down by -10. Yeah, at least. And population loses -15% per year. It is actually really disgusting, this sickness. So I'm happy that this doesn't exist in real life. Because you're basically getting destroyed from within. It's absolute worst. Because your genetics just gets absolutely destroyed. That is a lot of stuff indeed, Terrible Hamster, yeah. It is. Sci-tech? Ah, there's paranormal studies. Psychic research, psychic research. Psychic defense. Even gives colony development +5 for everything? That's nice. Oh, if you have the Psychic Academy, okay. Psychic Disruption, Mind Shields, Area Mind Shields, Counter Espionage, Counter Diplomacy, Psychic Shields. So that's for ships, which we probably don't need that much. Because we have 50% innate defense. So I'm not sure we really need these against the Shakturi. I think we're good without it as well. Let's let some research happen and then we can go into that. There's a whole new game coming up right there. Come on, I want my guy working on this, please. Research breakthrough for missiles. No one cares about missiles. In the XL mode, I'm probably gonna use missiles. Because I want to see how they work there. Oh, no, 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 my buddy. No, my buddy. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Go away. Even if I have to go to war with you, I will take this. Because I don't want you to have it. That's basically the only reason why I will take this. Because you are not allowed to have it. Oh, no, they come with a fleet, but that's fine. I should be much stronger. Oh my god, all this clicky nonsense. Now, this is a light cruiser. What's your tech? You have the stuff stolen from the Harkonish, which makes sense. Callista Dull Hyperdrive. That's the one I can't have, I think. You have my cannons, which I find absolutely repulsive. I don't know why you would... Ah, because of the Diode? No. They haven't fought the Diode. Who stole this from me? Everyone, apparently. Even though we are better at counter spying, you know? Wow. And they have swarm targeting from the Jizurians. Interesting. Medium Starfighter Base, Nova Core Reactor, that's their thing. All in all, though, not really that advanced. Yeah, they have better torpedoes, but that doesn't matter. Cool ion cannons. Not that advanced, though. And also this cruiser is ridiculous. Look at that. Weapon, 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 weapons. All full of weapons. It's quite a ridiculous one. It looks very, very Star Trek-y, right? Very, very Enterprise-y in a way. I mean, not really, but in a way. Also, they're missing 2 weapons. Here and here. There should be 2 weapons here. Can't afford them, apparently. And these are just destroyers. 1600, 1800. Yeah, how about 16,000, buddy? How about we deal with this one? And I'm gonna capture your shit. Don't care about the destroyers. I don't think they can do much. Yeah, and this one is mine. 100% mine. Capture this one too. This is a diplomatic incident, but it's fine. Yeah, I take all these abandoned ships with me. It's fine. The pirate ships suck. They have basically no weapons and nothing, but I mean, they're free ships. It's not smart that I'm doing this, because they will hate me for it. Ah, but this happened now. Good. So now we are constructing this. The last 4%, which will still take decades. But I guess that's fine. And we got the combined military. Okay, I don't have to care for this anymore. Combined military. Where should we put that? Maybe again here? We have the diplomatic center here. I kinda like it. Having the Galactic Command Center there as well looks absolutely amazing, by the way. Gives it less income and also less mining rate. I mean, again, mining rate doesn't make a lick of a difference. The income would. We still have stupid idiots on this planet that have nothing to do here. Gives it more happiness, though. Does this destroy the income? No, gives it more happiness. And more development, which is all more income. I'm not sure why this will give you more happiness on the planet, but okay. It destroys mining, so I would need to find a planet without mining facilities. Like this one. You know what? The Boscaran planet? Greer? Oh yeah. That is so, so tasty. That is so tasty irony, I love it. Gib. Oh, also you don't even have this? What the hell? I need 100k, I think. Bam, there it is. You probably want shields and torpedoes and fighters and all this garbage on Greer now because, oh yeah, baby. It's happening. This is ridiculous. We're using the old home world of the Boscarans, literal home world, home world, as the staging ground for all our military endeavors. Military, not admiral stuff, you know, not navy. It's just the normal troop stuff, troop coordination and stuff. I find that kind of fun. Since the Boscarans are, you know, almost the best fighters in the galaxy. And also it's a little bit of a middle finger to all Boscarans in a way. Although maybe they would even like that. Oof, that was a lot of money wasted. And apparently Greer has no resources on it, huh? Okay. I mean, it doesn't make me money anyway, so 25% doesn't matter. We are still making money, and that's good. Should we now, since we have this in the bag... Basically in the bag, unless someone is actually trying to murder us here. We could take these troops and use them somewhere else. But I don't think the Quameno will attack us here anymore. They are really pissed. But that will go away in a year or so. Found another colony. Argector. Yeah, with Harkonish, that's fine. That makes sense. At least the Harkonish can be happy that they're living on their ancestral homeworld. There you go. Don't have any money for this. Cool. People offer to sell us shit. I don't care. I wish I could still silence them forever. I mean, I can kill them. That would be silencing forever, but that's not what I want. I want just not to have messages from them. Well, apparently some automated defenses got eliminated. That's cool. Oh, Gisorian again? Yeah, not here. Not here. The rats are for the spice. Come on. Only ratties deal in spice. I know I'm creating a lot of jobs in that way. And not in a good way. Yeah, we need the terraforming, 100%. Otherwise this planet will not be able to make money. Oh, there's another colony founded. Why, game? Why? But it will be really nice if we can get this planet destroyer under our wing. Well, that's cool. I had a lot of money all of a sudden. There you go. And get the Planet Defense Center for defensive troops. Those are amazing. Oh, back here, huh? Oh, well. These stupid little monkeys. Hmm. This is misleading because we are running away with victory conditions for our species, not the others, the ones that are actually palpable, you know, the ones that you can actually see in the game. Because it's just because we found the second artifact, the third one is still missing. We didn't even lose the fewest colonies, unfortunately. Yeah, because of the first few wars, that was kind of annoying. Deep ocean colonies, we have 19% of the galaxy with 17. Okay, so we have almost gotten the 25% from there. And we got 100 captured characters. We're just capturing. We're never letting them go or anything. Maybe we execute them or something, but yeah, we're just capturing all of them. It's fine. Wow, that is a swing. Minus 80? Really? But I would really like to get rid of the Teekans and take all their GDP. That would be huge. Absolutely huge. And that must be a lot of trade that they're getting. With whom they're trading, who knows? Because they're definitely not trading with us. The ones they should be trading with. I don't think we have a trade... I mean, we have no treaty with anyone anymore. Look at this. We're so... Well, we have a limited trade with you, who are dead. This can really be really bad if you're playing the Quameno. Because fewer treaties are better for you, because that's your victory condition. You have the fewest treaties with anyone. No. Yeah, okay. It's fine. I didn't want to break the non-aggression treaty, poor Xenox, I'm sorry. Not with you guys. Anyone else, sure, but not you. I actually like you guys. But look at that, the humans hate us, everyone hates us. I don't think we get out of that. We are the most hated species in the galaxy right now. Barrel. I mean, basically everyone is in there, right? Come on, give me more money. Oh, yes, please. Give me more. Hive swarm sighted. Let's go with this. Maybe we can still build this. We have Planetary Aerospace Force, could be nice. But I'm looking for these two. I don't have the... Still 5 years? Oh, damn. Ooh, these take a long time. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm paying for these. That's fine. So I can just add them next time, but I didn't think they would take that long. This is what I want, the open trade. This is what the Teekans had. This is what they were already building. Or what they have built. I'm not sure they built the other one. Oh no, this is a Galactic Wonder in terms of your empire, as an empire wonder. But I don't think they have built the second one, so maybe we can snag that from them with if we go here. Suddenly minus 100k, 100k, sure, why not? It's not like we upgraded anything in our ships. I mean, we're getting new ships, sure, but we haven't upgraded anything with our ships for a while. So it's not our fleets that are getting that. Been ship repaired, sure. Scrap that facility. We have the trade network, that's kind of nice. Not sure if there's a specific colony where we should build that. I just built that with some Teekans because, you know, they're the trade boys. So it just makes sense to me. Do you... Yes, you're fine. Yeah, there. Get the trade bazaar. Empire bonuses trade income. Colony development, colony income. You're not the one that with the most income. We could have that in our main planet. That's... Yeah, because that one will have a lot of income. Disgusting amounts of income. And you're not at maximum... Yeah, okay. Maybe this makes more sense then. I like to spread those around a bit more to make every planet more viable. But in this case, just 5% more income here will do wonders. And there wouldn't do much. But maybe the Galaxy Wonder can go with one of them. And another 25% trade income should be kind of nice for us. I mean, the trade bonuses are not really good. We're not trading that much, apparently. But my god, the tourism is exploding. And that's funny. That is quite funny. Do we have good resort locations? I mean, now that it actually makes money, hey, I'm going for it. 13%. Anything over 10 seems kind of okay. But that also will diminish my migration, right? Actually, no. That's just 7 million. This is 700 million. How can I push my passengers, my migration? I don't want to push the tourism, but I want to push the migration. Oh yeah, I have to pay for this, huh? No, that's private economy. Wait, they cannot afford to build this? That's nonsense. They have 19 million. Are you insane? Of course they can. I can't. Is that a private economy or not? I think the game is lying. I think it says it's private economy, but look what happens when we are going up to positive. Look at that. Suddenly it's possible. But yeah, I'm not paying for this. Weird. Why does it matter if I'm in the positives then? That's so dumb. They have 19 freaking million. They could literally build all of these and don't even feel it. Oh yeah, the nice thing is we're also capturing construction ships. That's kind of funny to me. 17% is huge. Okay, well, that makes sense now. I like it. That's a great change, by the way, guys. Great change. Total praise to the devs. Thank you for fixing tourism. It's a good new money avenue. But we're at maximum money capacity at the moment, unfortunately. I don't have any more tricks. Oh. The defenses have been neutralized. We may have no some world below. Huh? What world? That world? Fortress Bulwark 01. Okay. Sure. Not that I care, because... whatever. Or maybe they mean this one now. Which is an Actarian world. I mean, sure, why not? Have some acties. Got some research breakthroughs. Advanced jump stalling. Neat. Oh, the really cool thing why the Quamenos can power through really, really high-level research is also if they are lucky and get a crash at a really long-going research, like 20-year going, and they crash it, they can sacrifice a scientist, and you can literally sacrifice a double-agent scientist, you know, a foreign spy, to just finish it instantly. And if they have a critical failure, they can sacrifice a scientist to make that a crash instead. Ridiculous. Ridiculously good. I mean, 21 suitability, yeah, taking it. I guess. Sure, I don't care. Pissing off the Ikuro. They are very annoying with their peaceful ways. No one likes them. Didn't like playing them much. I did try them out myself. Didn't feel great. Maybe I made some mistakes. I mean, obviously I do. Everyone does. But still. Mars? Yeah, give me all those. Please. The more production capacity, the better. We still don't even have that many fleets. Look at that. We only have 106 fleets. Okay, that sounds a bit more than I thought it would be. We have... yeah, but this is also not correct because look at all these empty attack fleets that are actually not existing anymore. Non-existing attack fleets. You know, you... from an ancient fleet, blah blah, was tasked by the defending systems against something called the Shakturi. Yeah, okay, we know all this. But you're a carrier. Yes, I need to take you down. I need this energy collector. We don't have these. And these would really help us. That's basically all I'm taking you down for, but it's sad. You are strong, and we don't have carriers like that yet. I love the Ekdarian ships. Look at that beauty. This is actually a good-looking ship. I don't like that all the weapons are in the front. Well, apart from these two and this one, but most of the weapons are always on the front of these. But it's cool. Really cool-looking ship. Doesn't have that much engine capacity. It's all concentrated in here. Yeah, I'm gonna take you apart, I'm sorry. But I need this. I really need this. So much. Please give me the augmented thing. That's what I find fun about the random research, because suddenly something so trivial like energy collection becomes enormously relevant. Because if you cannot offset your static energy demand, you will burn down fuel ridiculously hard. And you're already... I mean, we have thousands of ships that we need to refuel, which is also cool. The scope of this game is amazing. But we have thousands of ships that always need fuel all the time. You don't want to waste fuel like this. So random research now made that immensely ridiculously important that we get this from taking down other ships. Or from taking apart other ships. Mega carriers. Heavy carrier. Not even sure I should upgrade right now. I mean, I should manually upgrade this. It's just whatever the game decided to make, it's fine with me. I don't care. It will probably be okay. Colony raid succeeded. Yeah, that's with the little apes that I'm raiding. Just have a reason to declare war on them. I should also do that with the Teekans, and I think I did. Ooh. Yeah, see, this is a problem. Fighting the Teekans will be costly. Much more costly than all our other fights. Because they can afford defenses. And a lot of them, and also a lot of defense. They still have small spaceports, which is good for us. That is really good for us. But these defenses, they will hurt. And they will hurt a lot. Quite a lot. Long-range civilian ships research. That's cool. Because now we get the large exploration, large colony ship. Not that the colony ship is of any use for me. Going with the smallest colony ship all the time is fine. It's just less. It's just less expensive, and the expensive part is the problem. I'm usually not in a situation where I want to. Well, I do want bigger colonies from the beginning. You know, having bigger amounts of people there, great, because that puts you closer to the exponential curve, where it actually goes into exponentiality. Or however you would say that. But oh, interesting. Better hyper deny would be nice. But it's just too costly. And we are not in the situation where money is not an issue anymore. Once you're there, fine. And then money will be less of an issue even, but it's so hard to colonize with the really expensive ships. We have advanced torpedoes. It's just a Nova missile. It's not what I want. Let's do 1 or 2 researches in this one. That should be really quickly. Get better gravitic beams. I use those with the Quamenos quite a bit. This is so complicated and so hard to you know, see through all of this network of shit. That's much more sleek in the XL mod. Much more sleek. This is still 7 years. This is only 1 and 1.8. So we could go for phasers, which are faster firing blasters. Which is weird, because blasters are already really fast. Still, don't think these are different enough. EMP, I don't want blast weapons, area weapons. I hate area weapons. Which also makes the only weapon we have found really, really useless to me. Let's go with the Constrictor Beam. I want to see where they go with that. All of this should be really fast to do. Because we haven't researched, you know, weapons at all in this game. There's so much other stuff that is so much more important. Better shock forces, though, is something I want. I think we have more or less control over the over space, basically. Over the vacuum. What's a better name for that? Space superiority? But I don't think troops are the same for us right now. I would like more in that direction. Also, we could go to Titans, which would be kind of fun. Everybody loves Titans. Yeah, better spaceports. If you go to the large spaceports, they are really good for defense. Game, why? Why do you cost me 200,000 all of a sudden? We are not upgrading. Maybe we are, and I'm just not realizing it. They are big, these Titans? I mean, they're still... Yes and no. So, they still look like this. Just a different symbol. But they're big in terms of what they do. Because they're basically gigantic mega robots, you know, that murder things. It's not really a robot, but... It's a robot like a... What's the... You like Warhammer, I know that, terrible hamster. What's the Titan there? It's basically the same thing. Those Titans. I need money. I really, really need money. Why others? What? Where are we tainted? Oh no, we took this over. That's the problem. Yeah, we took this over, and I'm gonna just get rid of the Ugnari, I think. I don't want Ugnari. I didn't want to, you know, get rid of them, but I don't have a planet to put them towards, so they're just gonna go. And also we're doing our little spiel with... Oh, no, we can't. Well, apparently we're not doing our little spiel. Apparently we're just gonna get rid of some Ugnari here. There are several different Titans. Yeah, just take any one of them. It's basically that. Doesn't really matter. It's the same bullshit. Not that they are any different in Warhammer for really. Yes, they have different weapons. Yes, they jump around a bit more. Whatever. It's all the same thing. It's a big murder robot. It's basically what a Titan is. And yes, I know Warhammer has souls in them and some bullshit. It's just so cheesy. It's not the same here. It's just literally a murder robot. That's what a Titan is. And you can only get to them at the end of this. And you need multiples. I think you need the advanced shock forces to be far. You need the genetics to be far. Or is it robotics? I'm not sure. No, I think it's shock forces and it's spec ops. I think those together give you the Titan. Somewhere here. I think that's what it is. And it's basically... I think the Titan ignores basically foot soldiers, but does a lot of collateral damage in the backline. In the... I think it has more... All of these have... Wait, where is it? Here, all of these have different evasion types. So, armor barracks can't be hurt by evasion very much. Can't be hurt by planetary defenses very much. Well, you know, 75% damage only. Can evade special forces to some degree. While probably not the case for... Yeah, special forces can be taken down by infantry a bit more. You know, they get more damage. They get damaged harder from infantry. But not as much from armor or planetary defenses. While I think Titans evade maybe anything but armor or something to a high degree. It's really ridiculous. So you're basically skewing what can damage you and what is actually dangerous for that troop, and they do ridiculous amounts of damage. I mean, yeah, any of those do, but... Also, they got Side Titans that use Psychers as batteries and ammo, which is also completely dumb, but okay. Yeah, those things. You know what I mean. That class of troop is basically what we want to go for. And the nice thing is, in this game, if your enemy doesn't have Spec Ops, for example, and you do, I mean, either way, having Spec Ops, having one battalion, division, whatever it is, I think it's a division, I guess. One division of Spec Ops gives you 25% damage bonus. Because you can act... the reasoning behind that is you can do, like, you know, Spec Ops operations, and the enemy is basically vulnerable to that because, you know, they don't do that to you. You know, your advantage is you can do these special missions during the battle or during the war on this planet. Actually, it's during the battles. And you can do these special missions, and the enemy can't, and therefore you have 25% bonus on all damage. It's ridiculous. So having these extra kinds of troops really helps to skew the battle into your favor, because, you know, if you have 25% from them, and then you have more shock troops than the enemy, suddenly you have 50% bonus on all damage. And it's ridiculous. It just you can snowball so hard with that the enemy, even though they have equal numbers, can't do much because they just have infantry. And infantry can't hold against shock forces and Spec Ops and maybe even Titans together with nothing that supports them, you know. It's a combined arms approach. It's quite nice. And it's a quite cool feature of these battles. It makes them much more interesting, in my opinion. Not that I'm manually determining what I'm bringing, but still, I find that quite interesting. Now, we definitely have a... I think if we look at this, we would have a reason to fight the Atuk, but the Atuk are too far away apart from a few planets. We're undermining them. If we would go to war, yeah, we have reason to declare war. And they probably have the same thing. Yeah, they're angry about invasions. Even though, do we invade? Oh, wow, they're very, very friendly with the... Euphoric? I've never seen that. But they're not with the Teekans. They have not a single treaty with the Teekans, so they probably won't attack us. Or at least not initially, if we attack the Teekans. Do we have enough reason for the Teekans to do anything with? Yes. So, what I'm trying here is, I'm not gonna peeve them anymore. Oh god, which colonies were those? This one probably. Because they dared to just make a colony inside of my empire. Which even with not hard borders, I don't think should be a thing. That they can just hopscotch over my empire and just, you know, ignore my everything in between. Look at that. Look at how much space they control here for some reason, even though this is my heart. It's close to my heart of the empire. It's just weird. Was there another one? No. So we don't have any invasions of stuff anymore going on. Which is okay. So we could now declare war against the Teekans. The problem is, I don't see my money like it should be. Are they actually... No, it's a defense fleet. That is for some reason running around here and... Ah. Well, that one will be not raided, it will be captured. You're not allowed to have this here, you bastard. It's my land. It's my clay. Planetary defense, 15% attack strength. That is huge. I mean, if we could have that everywhere, just... I don't want to look through 99 of my colonies while the game is running, because I would need the money, and make sure every single one has planetary defense units. At least this building. And then the game hopefully builds this on their own. Don't really care. Basic synthetics. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay. So robotics are kind of shit. But I knew that synthetics are better. But look at that. Massively better. Those are better than Tekken troops. By far. Which is the worst troop in the you know, galaxy. So that's kind of huge, having these. I wish I had some money, but suddenly 130,000 gone down the drain for some reason. It's also very hard to figure out where this is going. That could be troops. Well, is it that hard to figure out? We have built 448,000 credits worth of ships in the last month. No, last year. Why? And 140,000 this year, which is only 4 months old. I did not tell them to build a single ship, so they have built ships on their own. How? Because actually they shouldn't be allowed to. Maybe I have told them to build 1 or 2 ships, but damn. That's a lot of ships. So some of that money that we're losing goes into ships. Maintenance is all you know, fixed amounts. So that's the plus 10,000 there. That's all the maintenance coming in. So that doesn't matter here. 1 million ship maintenance. Oh god. Research, that is also kinda fixed. So that's fine. We're not paying for growth at the moment. This is interesting. Shipbuilding. Yeah, shipbuilding is the highest amount. Fuel cost, negligible. I can't speak. You know what I mean. It's negligible. Doesn't really make a difference. But the shipbuilding is what costing me so much. I'm also building a lot of facilities. But that is on my own. That's fine. So that... You know, the maintenance is still bad, okay? And it's going higher and higher. The bonus income is still keeping us afloat. That is a very big amount of tourism. Lovely. Really enjoying that tourism income. Shipbuilding by the civilians is also quite good at this moment. Trade is kind of garbage, oh god. And discoveries is basically treasure. Oh god, we're way over this part. So I'm gonna put a cut in here. Had a look in some science books and it said that your opinion on Warhammer 40k Titans is invalid as they are classified as totally rad and hella cool. No, they're bullshit. They're absolutely bullshit. I love to see footage from XP Gamers or something, or from Dawn of War, and just this game is so ridiculously dumb. It's fine for anyone who likes it and stuff, but I find the visuals so stupid of the and it's also because it's a fucking old game, and I watched recently the remake of it, which is much better. It looks much better than before, and also has some aspect ratio changes that are really cool. But oh my god, Relic, why? Why would you make the turrets of, for example, the favorite faction of Captain Shack just spew a line of bullets? It's a line that doesn't even hit the enemy, that just goes above them and does no damage. It just looks so dumb. If you're actually a bullet hose and it does no damage to the enemy, that just feels surreal. That just feels not realistic, you know? It has no stopping power, it does nothing. It's just permanent bullet hose with permanent sound effects, and I hate the sound effects in that game because I heard them too much from actually watching the Let's Plays from Captain Shack, which I do enjoy. But damn, these sound effects are so annoyingly, I don't know, made. And loud. And I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way after a while. But my god, these turrets are so bad. They look so dumb. Just because bullet hose and it does nothing just feels so bad to me. It does feel like you know, shoot 2 bullets and at least do something with it. It's much better than just bullet hosing it. Also, a lot of the technology is clunky and impractical. Yes, definitely. It's also World War II bullshit, which is looks shitty in my opinion. I don't think almost anything looks good in Warhammer from what I've seen. I think all of that looks kind of bad. But that's my personal preference, you know, of course. And it's also because it's quite old. I mean, it's like Battletech. Battletech, some of the mechs look shite. And I love Battletech. But my god, some of these mechs look so bad. The Phoenix Hawk, for example. That is literally a Rock'em Sock'em robot, and I hate it. I hate that design, and I wish they would delete it. All in all, for all of MechWarrior, I wish there would have been one design direction and not 6,000. That's why all of these don't fit together, really, because there's just so much bullshit everyone created for that, which, you know, is cool and all, but it also makes the designs look absolutely random and not fitting together. And I have the same feeling with Warhammer as well. It's not really random at that point. It's more like it's all just 1-to-1 copies of World War II nonsense, and then some guns plastered on it for some of the, you know, human factions. I mean, the Space Marine armor and stuff, okay. I don't like the look, but it is at least more original. But for the Guard, it's just World War II tank, or even World War I tank sometimes, with a turret on top, which wasn't a thing at World War I. They had the turrets on the sides and were more like machine guns and not real turrets, not real big turrets, but yeah. And I know, unpopular opinion, I don't care. That is my opinion, and it's my own. If you like it, awesome. But I don't. Imperial Tech is so lumpy because it's all cobbled together by a religious priesthood who hardly know how it works. I mean, no one knows how it works there, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like these designs, and I don't like Warhammer. Well, that's just my thing. I even played a bit. I haven't played much of it. What's it called? Space Marine 2. It was kind of boring, I must say. I'm very sorry to say that, but it's just. I don't know. It was kind of weird. It was kind of fun, but also really wasn't going anywhere with the missions. It just felt weird. Some of them were quite annoying. I mean, I haven't played many, but first few. Weird. I liked in that game the co-op aspect. You know, that you have a side branch of the story going with the co-op stuff. That's really cool. I wish more games would do that. You know, that would be a really good selling point for co-op, in my opinion. I don't like PvP at all. Everyone knows that, but the co-op aspect is really amazing. And then having a story that that cross-references each other, you know, so you see when that happens in the timeline as well. Really fun. I really wish more games would do something like that. Like even strategy games. This game is a bad, you know, reference for that, but other strategy games that actually have a story and have a campaign, having a co-op side campaign, some of them try to do that, but many didn't do that really well. But you know, that plays in a similar, or in the same timeline, but you know, not touching the main campaign as much, could be really, really cool in many of the games. I wish many would do that. But anyway, I'm rambling on way too much, and we are almost 2 hours in this part, so and nothing is happening anyway. We're going to war hopefully next time against the Teekans, and otherwise, thank you all for watching. Leave me a like if you enjoyed. I don't know. I guess dislike if you if you disagree with my hate on Warhammer. Fuck you, I guess. It's my opinion. Whatever. Sub the YouTube for more parts and more streams and stuff, and come to Discord and come to Twitch, and I see you all in the next one. Bloop bloop, everyone.